On October 29, 2021, in the afternoon in Chiba, Japan, an 89-year-old man entered a convenience store armed with a knife and tried to steal 80,000 yen. The store clerk, a 74-year-old man, grabbed a broom and bravely resisted. In the end, with the help of customers, they managed to stop the assailant. Back on October 19, 2017, Osaka police arrested the infamous Heisei-era ninja, a thief known for dressing in black and acting like a real ninja, claiming he could break into any place in just 10 minutes. Over the 8 years before his arrest, he committed more than 250 home burglaries, always escaping swiftly. The total amount stolen exceeded 30 million yen, roughly $200,000. At the time of his arrest, the ninja was already 74 years old. In recent years, cases like this have become increasingly common in Japan. Over the last 20 years, while the overall crime rate in the country has dropped, elderly crime has risen. In 2020, 1 in every 5 crimes was committed by a senior citizen. 20 years ago, the elderly made up only 4% of criminals. As the situation worsened, Japan's government included for the first time in its 2017 white paper on crime a specific chapter on aging and criminality. Hi, this is All Asian Dilemmas. In this video, we're going to talk about how Japan's marginalized elderly are turning prison into a nursing home. ***. According to the 2021 white paper on crime, theft is the most common crime among elderly offenders. Nearly 60% of imprisoned seniors were involved in theft. Among women, the number is even more shocking, 90%. Except for cases like the Heisei-era ninja, most elderly commit petty thefts: food, clothes. In over 70% of cases, the stolen goods are worth less than $30. But in Japan, theft is considered a serious crime, with sentences that can reach up to 10 years in prison. And punishment has become stricter over the years. The idea was to deter crime, but the result ended up pleasing many elderly. After all, stealing a $1.50 sandwich doesn't hurt anyone and can earn them up to 2 years of prison time. One example is Takada Toshio, 62, who deliberately stole a bicycle and turned himself in to the police. Shortly after being released, he committed another robbery in a park with a knife, but no intention of hurting anyone, simply because he wanted to go back to prison and live for free a little longer. Takada himself said he didn't like prison, but he liked the free life it provided. While serving time, his pension kept being paid, and he was even able to save some money. Many repeat offenders follow the same pattern. They commit new crimes shortly after release just to go back to a place with food, shelter, and even friends their age. In addition to petty theft, another growing problem is the number of repeat offenders. Today, more than half of elderly criminals in Japan have previously committed crimes. In 2012, for the first time, the number of repeat offenses among those aged 65-69 surpassed the number of first-time crimes. In 2015, the same happened with those over 70. And the crime with the highest repeat rate is theft. Nearly half of elderly inmates return to prison in less than 5 years. One of the most extreme cases is a Japanese elderly man who was imprisoned 15 times for theft. Japan has one of the highest life expectancies in the world. In 2021, the average lifespan for women was 87.6 years, the highest in the world, and for men, 81.5 years, the third highest. But for many without financial security, living that long becomes more of a curse than a blessing. According to a 2019 report from Japan's Ministry of Finance, a retired couple has an average monthly deficit of 50,000 yen if they rely only on their pension. To live another 30 years after retirement, they would need at least 20 million yen in savings. The reality? Less than 40% of elderly households have that amount saved, which means more than 60% of seniors need to keep working just to survive. In the documentary The Collapse of Old Age, one elderly man says, "Little by little, the money runs out, like a thin-bladed knife killing you slowly. If it's going to kill me, better do it quickly." In 2021, over 1,600 people over the age of 50 committed suicide in Japan due to financial issues. In 2014, after then Prime Minister Abe raised the consumption tax and cut pensions, more than 500 elderly protested in front of his official residence. A 71-year-old woman even self-immolated inside a bullet train to protest the misery she was living in. But most elderly follow the path we showed at the beginning of the video. They either find part-time jobs at restaurants and convenience stores or commit petty crimes to live in prison. In prison, there's no shortage of food or clothing. Those who struggle to chew receive soft food. Seniors with chronic illnesses are monitored by nutritionists who control salt and calorie intake. In general, prisoners work in factories. But elderly inmates, especially those with mobility issues, do simple manual tasks near their sleeping quarters. Older prisoners finish work earlier and head to the baths. The bathrooms have handrails and anti-slip floors. Some 60-year-olds work as caregivers for the even older ones, helping with hygiene. At night, the prison pharmacy hands out each person's medication. To prevent Alzheimer's progression, some prisons offer puzzle games and other cognitive activities. There are also reintegration programs with practical skill lessons and even karaoke to encourage social engagement. But these efforts rarely work for the elderly. Miyagi Prison conducted a survey with inmates about to be released. Only half said they were happy to leave because someone would be waiting for them outside. The rest had no one. For those with no savings, no family, no home, prison is better than the outside world. As the aging population worsens, Japanese prisons have ended up taking on the role of nursing homes. According to Japan's Ministry of Justice, the annual cost to maintain one inmate is around 3.2 million yen. If an elderly person is sentenced to 5 years for theft, the total cost for that period reaches 16 million yen. With more elderly prisoners, costs keep rising. Facilities need to be adapted, regular dementia exams implemented, and more staff hired. Guards must not only monitor inmates, but also care for elderly ones. Many quit the job shortly after starting. Since the peak of elderly crime in 2008, the numbers have remained high. The Japanese government has begun implementing support measures for the reintegration of elderly inmates to reduce recidivism. And the data is clear. Among those who receive proper support after release, the return rate to prison is under 10%. Among those who receive no support, the rate jumps to 46.5%. But for now, these measures only reach a portion of elderly inmates. Until the root of the pension problem is resolved, many will remain stuck in this cycle of getting out, committing another crime, and returning until they grow old behind bars.
Now, let's talk about the bigger picture. It's a harsh reality, but here's the truth. Not saving money in your youth and blindly trusting the government to care for you in old age is one of the biggest mistakes you can make in today's world. Yes, I feel sad for these elderly people, but I don't feel sorry for them. It may sound cold, but life isn't fair, and no one is coming to save you. Don't depend on your kids. Don't depend on the government. In the end, you're all you've got. We need to take responsibility for our future, because hoping society will carry us later is a dangerous illusion. Everyone is busy with their own lives, and no one will sacrifice theirs for yours. What do you think about Japan's dilemma? Do you believe this could become a reality in the West too? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked the video, leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.